Welcome to Real Vision, Lone.
Thanks a lot.
It's a pleasure to have you here. You know, this topic is one that I'm really excited about and really excited to communicate to our viewers. It's something that we want to do more of here on Real Vision. And the topic, broadly speaking, is business blockchain. You have an extensive background in business yourself, and we'll get to that in a few moments. But first, tell us what business blockchain means to you and what does it promise to deliver to the world?
So business blockchain in terms of Concordium blockchain is a non-permission based blockchain. So on the other side, you have like the permission based blockchains, which have, say, less cryptographic demands. You don't need so much security when it's when it's permission based. So, but a non-permission based blockchain, it's like any blockchain. You need a lot of cryptographic security in order for businesses to use it. So when we say business blockchain, it's because the existing blockchains, which are all very innovative, but they lack some features in order for large corporations to adopt them for their applications. And these things could be like the speed and security merged in one, like Bitcoin is very secure, but not very fast. You can't build directly applications on top of Bitcoin. Ethereum is faster, but not that secure. We are merging that into our blockchain by being very fast and secure. That is one of the things. The other thing is when you are a business, you really want to make certainty for who you are transacting with. And this is why we have identity on the protocol level. As a business, you need to make sure that you're not, for example, violating any of the sanction list, etc. So you need to know who you are interacting with. You can't do that on blockchains if it's anonymous people where what they do are disclosed, but who are doing what is not disclosed. This is why we have identity at the protocol level, so you know who you're transacting with. So these are some of the features we have built in, which coming from the business world, my background also from banking and working closely with regulators. This is my experience that this is what you need in order to provide applications to the business world.
Yeah. So you mentioned Concordium, of course, the company that you are the CEO of. In the next hour, we're going to explore all of this in great detail. I'm curious, what was the inspiration for you to move into this space, and why did you think this was the right time to do it?
Yeah, so I was asked to be the advisor to Concordium. I got really interested in what is blockchain. I didn't even know what blockchain was or how to spell blockchain a couple of years ago. So I like to take upon me these challenges. I enrolled in MIT in order to understand more also from the science part and work closely with our own computer department at Aarhus University, that is the Cooper Institute, which have some of the best blockchain cryptographic scientists of the world. So I approached it from that science part. I'm just curious. I think it was interesting. And then I approached it also from the business side to understand what is it, what kind of new business models, what kind of applications could you make on blockchain, which no other software would enable you to make. So I took it because I was curious.
Yeah. And what did you see? Now, obviously, if you could tell us a little bit about, you have a very extensive business background. And so you were able to understand perhaps some of the needs that businesses would have. Tell us a little bit about your background and what you identified when you began that exploratory process of understanding what blockchain was.
So my background is I'm a financial economist and also a lawyer. So I worked as an aviation lawyer. I worked in oil and gas in Maersk, AP Møller Maersk for many, many years. I made things like Maersk procurement as one big milestone in my life. I became a CEO of one of the biggest high and heavy transporter of cars and high and heavy equipment in the world. So I've always worked, say, with operation, implementing strategies, growth strategies on one end, Then I became a director of some of the big Fortune 500 companies, and today I'm a director of IKEA group, and also of Volvo Cars. I hold the chairmanship on behalf of the owner, Chairman Lee, in Volvo Cars. And both of these companies have the same challenge as most of the Fortune 500 companies. I had a good conversation yesterday evening with the CEO of ServiceNow, and Bill said 25% of the revenue just in a couple of years from now of large corporations is not even in their business model yet. So there's a substantial transformation going on. I think when you sit at the C-level or as director of these companies, you have to understand more than you must think about transformation. You really have to understand on deeper levels what is available in order to be a good sparring partner for the transformation strategies. So this is a world I come from, is this constant, battle on understanding, implementing new business model, getting a sufficient wallet so you can also invest in the strategies. And you only get a sufficient wallet if you have very good business models, which other people will invest in, or if you have a very healthy operation so you can build your balance sheet. So I think the combination of all these things I constantly say in my head when I work with things. So when I tilted that into blockchain, what we want to do is something which is standardized, because business don't have time, don't have any patience. You don't want a certain, Feinschmeckerei, which you do in many blockchains, is about, creating a new language. You had Ethereum creating Solidity. You have a lot of the blockchains creating their own, landmark, like architects wanting to build that building, which is kind of the iconic building, but that might not be so scalable. If you want to build for millions, you have to standardize things. So this is what we're doing in Concordium. We take the best from everything, we standardize, and then we make sure, which is very different from how others are operating, that we have science-based protocols. So we actually have certainty on what we are doing, that this is provable, scientifically correct.
Hey, if you like this clip, be sure to check out the full interview and more only on realvision.com/crypto. It's 100% free. Sign up now.